Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video, and well, back with my chart haul video for July 2K21, mid-month, so I guess it's a good point in time to film this. Things are busy on my side, kind of. Well, I had actually planned to release a new Intrauterin recordings release last week, so last Friday was my to go to release date, but unfortunately I haven't had a sign from the pressing plant yet, and the last time I checked the stampers hadn't arrived, so there is delay, and we will, I guess, delay on a weekly basis until the record arrives, which kind of sucks a little bit because I have other bigger things planned. So well, this release is a big one for me, but also on other labels there will be bigger stuff, with more copies initially pressed and stuff. So I'm a little bit well, how do you phrase this correctly? Well, I'm a little bit under pressure. I want to get things rolling quicker and faster and release more records and stuff. So with the stuff I have in store right now for the next 2 releases or 3, I'm pretty confident that we're getting things rolling and releasing more stuff. But well, I didn't find the time to shoot this video earlier, so now I'm doing this because I expect a call from the pressing plant any day, any minute now. So then things will be quick and hectic. So this is why I'm shooting this right now. Starting off with a beautifully stamped white label, which I might also have as a thumbnail. This is Booyaka Sound 002 Booker New Flow. 12-inch white label, 3 tracks. I love this stamp to death. Looks really great. Yeah, that's my handwriting there. 12-inch white label from the UK, limited stuff, coming from England. Sound-wise, this is well, a little bit of jungle, a little bit of half step with a tribal vibe, definitely in the very first release, in the very first track on the A side, which is, yeah, untitled, of course, because it's a white label, but this is deep dubby drum and bass, half step drum and bass with a kind of tribalistic percussive vibe that kind of reminds me of a Italian release I've posted on Instagram recently by Totem Vibes Crew on BZ Records. Came out in 2003, legendary release, also good Italian drum and bass with a tribal twist, and this is kind of similar to that in the vibe, also a little bit of jungle in there. So good stuff. Check this out if you're into proper bass music and stuff. The next one goes back to 1993, but is a re-release. My beautiful handwriting on there, of course. Ramos and Supreme, The Journey versus Crowd Control Part 1. No, The Journey Part 1 and Crowd Control are the tracks. Originally released on Hectic Records, which was one of the legendary happy hardcore labels of the early 90s. Happy hardcore, happy breakbeat, kind of dark side as well. And this has now been re-released a while ago by the Night Force crew. Night Force is one of the labels that has been around since the 90s as well, mostly known for happy hardcore, happy breakbeat as well, and they've licensed a lot of stuff and are putting out a lot of their own stuff and re-releasing their own stuff, but also re-releasing other labels as a kind of sub-label thing. And this is K Hectic 01 Ramos and Supreme. Really lovely heavy hardcore breakbeat stuff, but with a little bit of uplifting twist and rave signals and pianos and all that good stuff. So if you've been around in the early 90s, you know what I'm talking about. So definitely a must-have for me because well, I've been growing up on this shit and on mixtapes and stuff, and I heard a lot of this stuff when I went to my first raves, when techno and breakbeat and all styles were played on one floor and by several DJs and also played in one set. So I was exposed to that kind of music a lot. So this is why I like this a lot. And this one, a totally different thing and still unreleased on the Full Pub label, which is Full Pub 075. A white label as well, a test pressing actually, so there are only I don't know, 10 or 20 copies of this around at the moment, and the finished product is not out of the pressing plant yet. So this is DJ Zotofet and Rex Ronnie with their track, or with their release Epidermis, Full Pub 75. The label is run by Prince Thomas actually, and which is the artist name of course, and the label is known for its like new disco, crowdsy approach, and this fits very well. There's 3 like skits on there with more like short ambient skits, but the other tracks are like kind of crowd disco meets tech house. One track even is like a little bit of a kind of electro cosmic, so think Kraftwerk if you want to have a thing, but definitely like slow house, dance floor suitable stuff on the Full Pub label to come, as far as I know, to be released on July 30th, so that's not too far away. So I decided I could show this, and if you can read this, good luck and stuff. I've already reviewed this on my website, nightstyles.de, of course, so link is down in the description box to the chart post, and if you have, or if you are reading my website regularly, you might have read about this as well. The next one is a classic, which has been like kind of re-released or redubbed, kind of Steve Buck's Loverboy, a seminal track from Poker Flat Recordings 01, which is like 25 years, which has been released like 25 years ago, roughly, kind of, and this one has been re-rubbed by both Cats and Dogs and Acid Pauli, and yeah, this is like a seminal track. Minimal funk, as they used to call it back in the day, so basically a more funky approach to minimal house. Yeah, the vocals and the pianos, everyone knows about this one, and surprisingly Bose mixes are like exceptionally good, even though I don't like Acid Pauli usually as a producer musically, but he did a great job and stuff, so this is for me. Well, I've been had the original in the box for like, I don't know, 25 years actually since it came out, so this is for me a nice variation on an original theme that kind of shaped the minimal techno movement and the minimal house movement for sure. Steve Buck's Loverboy, and this has been a little bit of a strange one initially, because I guess the initial pressing, I don't know, 200 or 300 were only available in one online store, which struck a kind of deal with the label, and then the represses went to other stores as well. I'm not too sure what I think about this approach, to have like one store exclusively dealing with like, I don't know, 200 or 300 copies up front before yeah, letting other stores participating in the sales and stuff. So I'm a little bit undecided on that approach, but the track is great and stuff. And yeah, actually the first proper Poker Flat recordings release I've bought in a very long while. As you know, I've worked in their offices for a while, and after that I backed away a little bit, didn't check stuff out, and they did like a lot of like digital releases only, which are not of interest for me anyway because it's not vinyl. But this one definitely is one I had to have in my collection, and I will play this out a lot, I guess, as soon as playing out is possible again. And this one comes as a surprise maybe, but Jungle Fever seems to be back, although they do not promote their stuff very well actually right now. And this is Analogical Mind 2, a collaboration of my man Freddy Fresh and Laura Grab alongside Mark E.G. and Tone Wrecker. So a lot of folks on there. Yeah, Freddy Fresh, definitely American legend and stuff, and this one has been released in a lot of like color variations, I guess. I've heard about a red one, a kind of orangey one, like a pink one as well. It's a little bit marbled. There are a lot of tracks on there, 3 on this side, and I guess 5 on the other side, but 2 of them are like kind of snippets, and what we're dealing with here is like very hard techno, acid, like some twisted acid snippets as well, and one super great electro track, which is Freddy Fresh and actually Vanicor Electro X. Vanicor is also a kind of like pseudonym of Laura Grab, which is also like an American, a female American producer, and she's working with Freddy Fresh a lot. And yeah, Freddy Fresh is my man anyway, so yeah, good stuff. Definitely check this, although one downside is the sound. quality which has which is a little bit low, I guess. So it is really underground, but compared to other releases, maybe it's also due to the length of the tracks, it doesn't really hold up to like heavily mastered and compressed releases these days. So you have to pull up the gain a lot, but this is what DJs can do, I guess. And finally, Desert Sound Colony on Holding Hands, his own label, Holding Hands 014, which is an interesting label which does a lot of bass music, unformatted breaks, UK garage, dubstep, future jungle, things in between, and this is like more on the dark side of things, kind of garagey, kind of sublow, also like yeah, a lot of unformatted breaks in here, and Amen breaks, rave signals, dark side hardcore, like a new variation of dark side hardcore. So very interesting for the like advanced DJs who are not so much into like one genre, but like to expand kind of, and like to experiment and also explore new ways. So this is very interesting label, and this is a final release for now in my DJ chart for now. I'm not getting back, I guess, to buying 10 or 12 records in a month very soon, because still the aftermath and the restriction of COVID and stuff. So I have to hold myself back, and also I have like a few things I'd like to invest in. I need like a new pair of like styluses for my turntables and stuff. I need to manufacture a new mixtape, like 2 new records to pay and stuff, and other things coming in. So there will be a hefty sum of money to be spent in the next month. So this is why I'm still holding back, but I hope you enjoyed this one anyway. If you did, leave me a like, leave me a comment, know the score. Check out my social media, DJ dates and stuff. Everything's down in the description box. And talking DJ dates, well, the dates I had announced for the Soundplexer radio show were a little bit all over the place, I guess, because some of the radio stations I had gotten dates for are a little bit out of rhythm, so my transmission might happen a bit of in a few weeks in the future, because they had like trouble holding up with the weekly rhythm. So things were a little bit mixed up. But the set is already on YouTube, so I will put a link down there somewhere so you can like check it and listen to it and stuff. And leave me a comment and tell me how you like this. So I'm out for now. I'm Bass Junkie. See you in the next one.